Hello everyone, Nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nubrays. Today we are in the spooky grim forest, and to keep us safe, to keep us going, we have the Shadowkin Master, your YST. How's it going, man?
How's it going, Nubby? Nice to be here to talk about some grim forest and
Hmm,
some of the things we like, maybe some things we don't like. Who knows? But yeah, I've been
exactly.
loving it so far.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about you from what you've seen from your community, but like from the stuff I've seen people talking about it, this has been like the most positively received content. Like people are raving about it. So yeah, I wanted to chat to you about how good has it been so far? Like the bosses, hit or miss? How does it compare to like Cursed City, Doom Tower, that sort of thing? Just get the overview. Obviously, this is the first rotation of it. They're on live servers right now. We haven't fully cleared this thing or anything. There's still obviously time to go. Definitely honeymoon phase, but still, let's see. Let's see. I mean, we'll dive in. YST, like for you said, you love it. Overall
Yeah.
impressions. How much do you love
Oh
it? Let's
man.
let's start with a spicy ranking. Grim Forest, Cursed City, Doom Tower. Which one's the best? Why? Which one's your favorite? And
Man, I
why?
need I don't know if I need a bit more time for it to settle to be like
That's fair.
better than Doom Tower. It's like I'm trying to keep it relevant to like the first time that I faced a Doom Tower, how
Yeah.
engaging that was for me as a player. Like
Mm-hmm.
facing these bosses for the first time, the strategy. I remember how much time it took for us to develop strategies, right? We're talking over a course of years pretty much for stuff like Dark Fae and Bommel and
Yeah.
some really innovative boss designs, I would say, in the Doom Tower. I guess in terms of a pro for the Grim Forest,
Mm-hmm.
I'm really liking this exploration feature. The way they've done it just is way better than what Curse City was, right? We don't
Oh
know
yeah.
what's around the corner. There's like, where's the bosses? Where's the Grim Crowns? And
Yeah.
every single time at reset, I am in the Grim Forest. I want to play it. I want to get involved. And that's something that Curse City just didn't do for me. So for me right
Mm-hmm.
now, I'd say Curse City is definitely at the bottom for me. Like once I beat Amius, I'm not bothered with it, honestly.
Yeah, agreed.
But
Yeah, I think I've cleared it this
but yeah,
time, but
Doom Tower. I love the Doom Tower, but in terms of 2025, I'm definitely a lot enjoying Grim Forest a lot more because it's fresh, right?
yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. That's totally fair, right? We've been doing Doom Tower for years, but yeah, I
Yeah,
I totally agree. I think Cursed City for me is the worst of the three by quite a large margin. Like I just do not like Amius at all. I think he kind of sucks on multiple levels, and he's the only new boss, right? It was just sort of fighting Doom Tower and hard mode dungeon bosses or normal dungeon bosses as well. So it was
hmm
cool, but like Grim Forest to me is basically doing everything Curse City does with this idea of exploration is better. There's actual
yeah,
new bosses. There's better rewards. The difficulty is more streamlined. There's interesting stuff with picking your cards and setting up your curios. It's basically just Curse City, but way stronger. Um, and yeah, I don't know. Between this and Doom Tower, I think if I was starting today, I would enjoy Grim Forest a lot more. I think it is
yeah,
like better. But as you said, in terms of how good were they when they came out? Like Doom Tower is a few years old at this point. Like for when it came out in the game, it was so good. And it was unique, and there's nothing like
yeah,
it. So yeah, I think that Grim Forest is sort of like an upgraded Doom Tower in a lot of ways for today, but it's also like the third iteration, as it were, of this game mode, whereas Doom Tower was the first, way better than Cursed City, which came out years after. And yeah, it was pretty special at the time. And one thing they did, by the way, at Doom Tower was that they introduced a couple of new, like there's 3 rotations, right? So they
yeah.
introduced more stuff to it in the following months after its initial release, which was really cool for keeping it fresh. Um, I don't. Do you think they're going to do any new stuff with Grim Forest, or do you think they're because it's been so positively received? Like,
Yeah.
you think they'll add more, or is it going to be done and we'll just work on new
I
content?
think there's a lot of potential for expanding it. Like,
Yeah.
for example, we do have these initial bosses. So we've got the Trove Master and we got the Mimic. That's kind of all over the map, giving us some pain and agony, especially the Trove Master anyway. He's a scary boss.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we got the 5 core bosses, right? That we need to kind of lead up to the final one by finding them all around the map. So you're not facing them all at the same
Mm,
time.
yeah.
But yeah, they can bring in new bosses, perhaps, spice it up once it kind of is out for a pretty long time. I
Mm,
really like the kind of feature of facing these champions that we're all familiar with and having to face them as bosses. I really enjoyed that. I think one that really messed me up was, I think it was Helicath was the side minion. but then Mighty Uko as the main boss.
Right, yeah.
And yeah, he was just removing my buffs everywhere, block damage. And I was like, what? Wait, I'm actually losing against this? So a bit of thought does need to go into it sometimes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of room for expanding it for sure. I think I've seen a lot of things of people saying, "Oh, it might be too easy" or whatever that may be.
Mm,
But it can bring out a brutal mode, a nightmare mode in the future, right? There is some extra difficulties that could come with it.
yeah.
But I think for the first iteration of the Grim Forest, I felt like it was bang on in terms of difficulty,
Yeah. Yeah.
personally.
I agree. I definitely agree. Yeah, I mean that's probably one of the major criticisms I've seen as well. It's been people saying, well, for like an end game player, it's too easy, and it's like, yeah, I mean it is, and like if you've got crazy champions at crazy count, yeah, you're gonna smash through. But yeah, they could always add further difficulties in the future, and that
Yeah.
could be super fun. I would love to see like new power ups or curios, that sort of thing, like
Hmm.
more gameplay additions. I think that's like the most positive feedback I've seen about it has been I love the gameplay aspects. So it's I love coming in and just like yeah, clicking through, exploring, making choices about how I'm setting up my stuff. That people are loving that gameplay aspect. So anything to add on to that would be insane. Like give us the same game mode but like in a different map with a fresh set of bosses
Yeah.
even. Like that would be super fun as well. Like why the heck not? Um, yeah, I think there's a ton of potential with this. I don't know if they'll do now. I don't know if they will do anything with it, or they might be just like, we're moving on to the next thing. Because I for me feel like Grim Forest is basically just a better version of Curse City, and Curse City is just sitting there being like, I suck. Hey, look at me. Nobody wants to play me. So I don't
Uh,
know. We'll see. But yeah, I think that it's great. This is super fun. And yeah, I do agree. I think that the mini bosses are one of the highlights actually. That
yeah.
because yeah, some of those champions are like, oh shit. Well, when they're actually a boss, they're so like I haven't actually fought this one yet, but like Blind Seer, oh she's a boss. She's got a team revive, like block damage, and she can like remove debuffs and stuff. And I can't lock her out. I can't CC her. She's super tanky. How do I deal with that? It's sort of like a bunch of mini event dungeons basically built into it, isn't it? Like all of these
Yeah, for
days, almost
sure.
like
Like
events.
that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. I was like, the event dungeon was a feature they bring in for loads of these IP collaborations with limited
Mm.
time artifacts, and now we've got like 50 event dungeons on
Yeah.
a map. It's like we're getting spoiled here. And I really like the feature. Well, one of my favorite ones, like you alluded to before, was the trait card system. So
Mm.
if you're a player that's perhaps struggling with one of the bosses or something, you know,
Yeah.
kind of choosing your fate as you're progressing through the Grim Forest, allowing you to get these extra speed, sorry, more resistance or more defense percent, more ignore defense, whatever that may be. And over time, you can kind of beat the stuff you can do, get up your level to upgrade your trait cards, pair that with some of the Curios,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can revisit those bosses later and you've got those power-ups without relying on switching all your gear or whatever that may be, right? Sometimes it could be as simple as those stat boosts is going to allow you to get the job done. So
Yeah. No,
for
it's
sure,
super
yeah.
cool. Yeah. No, 100%. I think it's great. So there's so much potential here for them to do cool stuff like it.
Are
Uh,
you a sorry, not to butt in there. Are you a fan of the Curios that's actually in the first Grim Forest here? Is
um,
there some changes you'd like, or
yeah, I mean the Curios aren't crazy powerful. They're decent. Um,
yeah,
they're not too crazy powerful. So like I mean I will say I think the main problem I think we'll run into with this is that I think you probably beat it once and it's kind of I think it will be just a bit grindy then after that, right? You're going to be doing it every month. Now there's really good rewards, so I think it's going to feel pretty fulfilling, but like once you've fought all the bosses a couple of times, you're going to be like, "Oh, I'm just my daily grind, right? Got to go just click all the stuff, blitz through it, but it won't be too engaging." So I think the curios are probably like not strong enough. That's something from other roguelike games, like if you play Hades 2 or something like that, right? Which is like
yeah,
top tier game. Every run can be radically different because the power ups are completely changing your play style. You have different weapons, you have a whole different move set. So it's like every run can be completely different. I don't think the runs in this are going to be completely different at all. So I do think it's going to get kind of repetitive, which is why I think adding in stuff to spice it up, new power ups, stuff like that, could be really really fun to give it a bit more excitement in the longer term. Because yeah, I think this is going to be really fun for like 2 or 3 months, and for as long as you're progressing and beating the bosses. But I think once you've farmed this mode for a couple of months, I think you're going to be like, it's just sort of becomes just a farm thing then. I don't think it's going to be too engaging, super long term, unless they add in new stuff. So we'll see. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
mm,
They could easily make it feel so fresh every time. Like
good.
maybe just every rotation, bring in new champions, new faces. Like imagine if I have to face Genzin, I might not even beat it and not finish rotation that time. See how it is. But just while he was in that vendor section there, what's your
Mm.
thoughts on the type of the currencies, the stuff you can buy? Have you found yourself buying some of these curios or
I bought this
reshuffles
one.
and stuff?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bought this
Or
one to
Sapphire.
decrease accuracy just because I'm like, I'm stacking resistance. Might as well decrease accuracy. It makes a lot of bosses really easy if you just resist everything, right? So I picked
Yeah.
that one up because I was like, I had it 2-star and might as well grab the 3-star. Grand. And then I'm just sort of waiting. Like for me, I'm like, I can beat the stages anyway, so I'm not in any rush to buy any of this stuff. And I'm saving up the big Grim Gold until the end. I think that this resets. I don't think it carries over between each rotation, so you do need to spend it all. I'm gonna save up and try buy the large chest, and I'll buy as many as I can. But I'll see how much I end up with at the end of the thing
Mhm.
to make that decision. It's basically my plan. You get a lot of this currency from the quests, right? So I kind of need to finish those first, and yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I know. We'll see. We'll see. I do think the rewards in this mode though are really really good. So I got my first mythical square gemstone from, I think it was a mimic up here dropped it for me. I think it's random, of course, but I got a
Just from a mimic. Wow.
yeah, a square mythical gemstone. That's the first one I've ever got. Been doing Chimera for a year
Oh,
basically.
wow, that's crazy.
Never gave a no square mythical gemstones. Got it.
Uh,
First rotation of this. On the test server, I haven't got this big chest here. On the test server, this had 2 mythical gemstones for me. Again, I suspect that was kind of lucky, but because you can get legendaries as well. But I think it's going to be, this mode is going to be a really good source of actually good gems. Um, I think this mode is a lot more fun than Curse City. So for your remnant summons, which I just got a mythical from today when we're recording, you get 200 total from Curse City. You get 200 total from Grim Forest, but it's more fun and it's probably easier to do as well. And like, yeah, you can go in with the champions you choose, whereas Curse City, you can be just like, well, I guess I can't clear stage whatever, stage S19 because I don't have the champions and there's nothing I can
yeah.
do to progress. I just have to, I don't know, pray that when it comes back in a few months, I have pulled the champions, or I guess I'm screwed. Um, yeah, so like it's way easier to get these cursed remnants. So you're getting basically a 5% chance, roughly, to get a mythical every month. Pretty nice, or like 2.5% chances, slightly different, but still. So you're gonna slowly get some mythicals. The Mercurial gear set, I think, is insane. My mouse is about to die. Oh dear.
I have that problem all the time. I'm like messaging my wife like, "Do we have any batteries? Please say yes, or I can't work today."
Oh well, mine's wired. I just need to plug it in. It's got a nice USB port
Oh, is
right
it?
there.
Oh, mine doesn't have a
Yeah.
plug-in. It's just if it dies, I need to go shops. You know?
Dude, you at least get some rechargeable batteries. Bloody hell. The poor environment.
Oh man.
uh, but yeah,
Why
like
never thought of that?
I think it's
Gosh.
going to be a good source of relics as well. So from what I've heard, in the hard mode, there's like 100 mythicals. So you're getting one chance at a mythical relic every month as well, which again is great. Like that's a really good source, a slow and steady source of, pretty achievable stuff, which is cool. But I don't know, like, what do you have any thoughts on the rewards? Like, have you felt they're pretty good? Are you excited to be exploring? Have you noticed it? Anything like that?
Yeah, like when I'm going through, I see rewards all the time. I've not been paying note of exactly everything that I've been getting.
Yeah,
Honestly, I've
yeah.
just been so tunnel visioned on trying to find bosses and stuff. But
Mm, mm.
you were getting books around the maps, like soul stones here and there, and we're getting a lot more crafting materials than we get from something like Chimera, which is on like the weekly basis. But
Yeah, sure.
I found myself getting enough to do an epic, a legendary. I've got to pull one of those. I'm probably gonna compile them over time and do a big session over a
Mm,
few
mm-hmm.
rotations.
That's my
But yeah,
plan, yeah.
we got some gear in there. We got some pretty nice stuff. Chickens, brews.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like every other stage we're doing, you're getting at least something for it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I think they've done a good job. I've heard that there is a mythical tome in the hard section, which is cool. So there's a mythical
Ooh.
tome, and I think apparently there's a couple of legendary tomes sprinkled around. Like you, I've not been paying too much attention to it, but I'm like, okay, I'm getting a nice sort of steady stream of stuff in here, and it's like, oh, that's cool. It's a bunch of resources I wasn't getting before that now I am. And yeah, I think the relic crafting stuff is great. The gear set's incredibly good. Maybe we'll hate the gear set in a while, who knows? But it's certainly incredibly good. The cursed remnants is great. More mythical champions. Mythical champs are super fun. They're too hard to get.
Yeah.
It's another way to get them. So that's really strong. So I'm very impressed.
How do you 'cause obviously the map is way more scalable than something like Curse City, right?
Yeah, they could
And
just
there's a
increase
lot of
it.
flaws. Is there
Mm.
any kind of what's the word? Like, do you think that they can do it in any better way in terms of navigation for a map of this size? Joyce, it's just like sometimes if you're trying to find something or revisit
Yeah.
something, do you think there should be like maybe a little tab that you can click to take you to the Trove Goblin stage or Maximoff if you want to play it again? I don't know if it's that important, if it's just like one time clears. But, some
Yeah.
people do like to strategize. It's not a massive deal. I'm just thinking on like a mobile device, right?
Mm.
Compared to my PC, I felt like I had to zoom all the way out like this. And then I'm like, where was I? I'm like scrolling everywhere,
Yeah.
trying to
I
find it,
think
you
being
know?
able to zoom out more would be helpful, actually. Because, like,
Yeah, a bit
this is
more of a
as
zoom
far
out
as
to
I can
see the
go.
entire map. I think would be a nice feature,
Yeah,
but
that'd be cool. And like it just
yeah,
highlight where the bosses are, like the main bosses,
yeah,
so you
like
could just
glowing
scroll in and out.
areas of all the bosses you found, or
That'd be good.
mimics or something. I feel like that could be nice. Small things in life that we complain about, guys. But
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. But on the whole, I really like it. And yeah, I think this would be super cool for them to expand and do fun stuff. Like, what would be like imagine, right? They go, okay, you know what? These 3 months, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are in. Oh, it's the TMNT Grim Forest Edition or whatever. It's like some special event for it. So it's like this, but instead of the main bosses, it's like, oh, you
find the
have to fight the
turtles.
different turtles or whatever. Like, that sort of thing for an event. Like, oh, it's the Alien versus Predator event. And yeah, you're going to run into
Do you know
Alien
what?
Predators, some bosses, and there's themed stuff and themed rewards. Like,
As
they
you're
could do
saying
cool
that,
stuff.
do you know where there's a lot of potential for that in the short term?
Yeah. Fair.
I think the purple area is where the flexibility could be for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because let's just say, players are going to want to rush. Let's just say they do the kind of thing you just mentioned there.
Yeah.
And someone beats the final boss and they're like to the whole community, guys, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are in here. This rotation, like, and when you
Mm,
face them, you get X, Y, and Z, or like you said, Alien vs Predators in there this time, and they may be like super giga charged and extra size, beast
yeah.
mode. That could be like unlock this feature and it's fresh every rotation area. The
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
purple lightning for sure. But in
Yeah.
terms of like the deck system,
I'm not. I think it's great. I think it's been a big success.
yeah. So and I was just thinking, can you save your deck and just adjust it upon each rotation, or do we have to redraft
I
fresh? That's
don't
something I'm not
know.
aware of.
No, I'm guessing you have to redo it. Uh, but
Yeah.
yeah, like that could be a little bit annoying. What I've done is I have my like arena champions flagged anyway, but then I've marked basically everyone I'm bringing in with a number one. So anyone who's got a number
Oh,
one is like okay, potentially very likely to bring into Grim Forest, and then I've got a few champions at number two, which is like I'll try them out as maybes. But I'm basically bringing in a lot of my arena champs because they have like the best gear on my account.
would you change much for next rotation, or do you think it'll be pretty? Because obviously you managed to beat pretty much everything, right, with what you've got. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, like I cleared it pretty much most of it on the test server. I only gave like one shot to each of these. I failed a couple of these on the test server. I only tried them once
okay.
each. But I'll try this on the live server and see how I go. So yeah, like this is the thing. I don't think I really do need to change too much. I could change a couple of bits, but nothing. Like for example, I pull Aphidus. I think he's actually super, so I bring him in probably instead of Empress or something. But I don't know. Like Tholan has got 6-star soul. He'd be really good, but I have to swap gear onto him, so I don't know if I'll just be lazy and just not bother. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I might switch out some bits just for fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I probably won't need to myself. But this would be cool where they could bring in again a harder difficulty, right? And they could say, okay, now we've got brutal mode, and you need instead of 20 champions per deck, you need 30 champs per deck. Like, oh, yeah, okay, and now I've
Oh,
got to have
that'll
even
be
more and like that could be fun too, right? For the longer term players, we're like, okay, you need to
use more
be able to
champions.
use even more champs, and know how to use them and have builds set up for them and stuff, or just redraw lots. You could do that too. But I think this has been a
Yeah,
pretty big
I do that a
success.
lot.
Hmm? You do a
I do
lot.
that a lot. I literally every day when I got three redraws, I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
redraw, try different champions against bosses. Like for me, anyway, I know there's loads of people out there that's similar.
Mm.
Like, yes, these are singular boss encounters. Like even with, I guess with Bomber and stuff, you do get the materials from redoing it, I guess.
Yeah.
But in terms
Yeah.
of just like from a fun point of view, trying different champions, different strategies, that's something I love to do. And
Right.
this game mode really offers it for me. And I really like how they made the Trove Master, kind of like get your most damage, similar to like a Demon Lord clan boss, right? So there's that
Yeah.
element of a mini infinite boss you can keep progressing in throughout the month to keep you kind of
Yeah.
engaged.
Hmm.
So yeah, I feel like they covered a lot of the bases in terms of their boss designs.
Okay, guys, so we're actually splitting this video in two because we had too much to talk about. So that's the end of part one, talking about like the rewards and the gameplay and stuff. In part two, we're gonna talk about and give our ranking of bosses in this mode from worst up to best. So yeah, get your predictions in now. Well, YC, anything you want to say for the end of part one?
No, let's just go bring on those bosses, and yeah, it'll be a lot of fun to carry on the conversation. Thanks for
All right.
having me on.
Cool, sweet. All right, guys, we'll see you for part two. And by the way, check out YST. His channel is going to be linked down below. We've recorded a collab over there as well. So find it there. And we'll see you as well for part two. Lots of content. Let's go.